Well, have I got a show for you? Yes, indeed. It is that good, I've stuck around for an extra hour. Yes, indeed. I was meant to be home by now. I've locked Alex in a cupboard. I said, I've not done the Kaleido yet. I want to do it. I put my heel into the carpet. It's a carpet tile. And I said, yes, it's mine for now. Right then. If you've never seen it before, give me 20 minutes of your time and I'm about to really change your life on how you look at everything you've already got in your craft stash. If you have got one, we've got returning favourites of foils and I'll give you all that details. Also, shop ahead of me on the websites because I have got the release, soft release, of John's Christmas collection. Right then, let me give you the details before we introduce the man himself. Your one-day special is your Kaleido machine stamping starter kit, including the machine. It includes the pen. It includes foil, inks and pads included. Everything you need, £39.99 across 3 flexible payments with a £10 saving. 380703 is your item number, or I've got many different options for many different budgets on this one. If you've already got the machine, you just want to go for the foils. You're getting all 10 colours of the foils. We haven't had them for a while. They're back at £29.90. You get 3 metres. That's 3 metres on each. That is a load of foil. All 10 colours is what you're getting as well for £29.90. Or, and you've already going for it before the hour even started, is the complete bundle. You get everything you need in this bundle. And if you're thinking, well, what does the bundle do? We will get to that when I get to John. Do not worry. We will show you everything that you can do with this machine. There is a freedom price of £142.38. Now, I know that is a considered purchase, so I've split the cost for you. 3 interest-free flexible payments of £47.46 today. 545390 is your item number. Right, I know it's a considered purchase. I've done my best as I can. I give you freedom and I give you 3 flexible payments. But it is worth it. Right, let's introduce the man himself to talk us all the way around the machine. Yes, it's been a while since we've worked together. That's another reason I locked Alex in the cupboard. We'll release it later, do not fear, once I finish the show. It's out Mr. John Lockwood. How are you, sir?
I'm very well.
I'm very excited about this.
I'm very nervous. I always am with the Kaleido, because this is the first time we've managed to get everything back in stock. Everyone knows at home what a nightmare it's been to get stock in at the moment. And my Christmas collection has been dropped by a month. It's late.
This is true.
Yeah, and this represents 18 months of really hard work of me. And I'm not knocking, everyone else has worked so hard on it as well, but I came up with the concept, I developed the ink, I developed the medium, I worked on it all because it's something I really, really wanted. And I wanted this ability. Here I have got, this is an image I've stamped.
Okay.
Yeah. I've already pre-stamped it so that I can speed this up. But the fact here, so you see, it looks like it's just been stamped in normal black ink. Yeah. Get a piece of the foil. Here we go. See, I don't even get scissors out. You can tell I'm nervous. It's normally the third show that I lose something. And basically, you put your foil over a stamped image, any stamped image, anything you can do with ink, you can do with this. Yeah.
Okay.
You simply put it on top of the plates. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your Kaleido.
So not even a sandwich, just put it on top of the plate.
Straight on top of the plate, yeah. You run it through. And there is that image foiled.
Look
I'll show you
at that. Oh my word.
Yeah. So that image from a stamp, and that, if you look, that is a very, very intricate, I mean, I drew this, so I know how intricate it is. That is all foiled. And what this machine does is, apart from it being one of the best A5 die cutting machines I've ever used, is the heated roller means you can do loads of techniques, but you can take anything you can do with ink. So any stamp you've ever bought from any company, any stencil you've ever bought from any company, and you can now foil it. And there is nothing else in the market that will do it, and there is nothing else that does this. You know, I know people, you can print off laser printers and put foil on and run them through laminators. You can't do that with a stamped image, you can't do it. And that's why I'm so excited and nervous at the same time. And I'm waffling, aren't I?
You know, it's amazing. It's the first time I've seen it live. I've seen Yanis do it, I've seen our Derek do it. I have never stood this side of the counter and seen it live on a show. There is so much you can do with the Kaleido once you get it home. And then the foils that you are getting. First of all, look how detailed this stamp is of this beautiful tree. From there, you have now, the world is your oyster, because I'm guessing now you can double up on foils. We can use, nothing's going to be wasted.
No, there is a special way that the piece I've just used, one of the biggest things that are annoying about foil is that you can only use the positive. We've developed a system with the Kaleido, and I'll show you in a minute how I can use that waste piece to get a second and a third impression out of the foil.
Love it. You
You waste nothing at all.
So waste not, want not, which is what I'm all about. But then look at what else. The most delicate of stamps. We've got these as a happy hour, I'm sure we have, on the show. We'll see those later. But the most delicate of stamps, you can now foil and still get all the detail that you ever wanted in there. How beautiful is that? From that, we then move to these on black card. It still works. It reminds me of when you get mica powder.
Yeah.
And you just dust it over. It gives you that look. But this time, you know where you're foiling. 10% of the overall stock has already gone. I'm desperate to I'm going to skip a board because I want to show you this. I desperately want to. So if I told you at home now, how is this done? So you said, oh, it's an ink, it's a stamp, it's a background. If I told you, yeah, you're close, it's done with flowers out of your garden, take a flower out your garden, how have we got the colour? Well, John told us and we were like, yeah, all right, whatever. So you were saying this is the heat from the rollers have taken the ink dye from the petal itself.
And pushed it into the paper.
Oh my
So
word.
those look as if they're like mulberry papers, yeah?
They do.
That have got real plants and leaves stuck in them. They are 100% smooth because what we've done is we've made an impression of the colour and the pattern of the petal going to. If you look at the leaf one on the bottom, that looks like it's a leaf, skeleton leaf that's been stuck on. That is completely smooth. That is me pressing a leaf through the Kaleido hot foil machine.
That's amazing.
Because the heat pushes the chlorophyll out of the plant and into the watercolour paper and sets it. You're making your own handmade papers.
I love them. So imagine now taking your Kaleido and doing maybe that one wedding flower. Maybe that flower that Grandad planted in the garden and you want to memorise it in a card. You want it there with you all the time. You can now do that. And you can do it time and time again. We are so busy. Over 10% of the big bundle has already gone. 3 flexible payments of £47 and 46 pence if you're a Freedom member, and that is a delivered price to your door. 545390 is your item number. From there, we then are moving to your acetate sheets. So, this has been built in mind to work hand in hand with your Kaleido.
Yeah, this is what we call the Kaleido acetate, but to me it's the only acetate you will need. This is the only one I was able to find out of trying lots and lots that will actually foil. So that pattern there, that's actually a Pretty Gets Gritty stamp, just to show you that lots of different stamps. That's foiled onto acetate. Yeah? See there? That's a shaker card, a Nellie Snellen stamp, stamped and foiled onto the acetate, because of course it's got to be heat resistant, but a lot of heat resistant foil will not take the heat of the Kaleido. So we went through about 10 different types until I found this one, which is made specially for us in the Netherlands.
It is
so
amazing.
It's only made for us. But of course this will heat emboss, it will work for your shaker cards. It's all I use now, because why bother having lots of different acetates?
True, when you've got one.
When I've got one that does everything. It's really thin. It's not like really thick as you'd expect.
No, it's not.
I even tried OHP transparencies.
Yes.
You know the ones that used to go on the
overhead projectors.
The ones that will go through laser printers will not work in the Kaleido. They just melt. Don't ask me why. There's something special in this, but this is the only acetate I use.
I love it. Look at the peacock. This was done on the craft cave, wasn't it not?
It was, yes, it was. That's colouring with alcohol pens behind it. I forget you watch Craft Cave.
I watch it, I'm there, I get the notification, I'm first in. £9.99. A quarter of the stock has already gone of your acetate. Right then, I think this is going to sort of work on, if you want them, I would get them. And it's very rare I say that because I'm not here to spend your money. But this is the launch of John's Christmas collection. Now, this is going to be dispatched to you on the 29th of July, in only a few days. It is that new. This is why you're going to have to wait for it, because in theory, you're not really meant to have it yet, but you're meant to wait for everything else. But this is the launch. These are already flying at the door. £19.99. You get so much in these sets. If I show you the boards that you're getting here, so you are getting, John, you are getting the large stamp.
So you're getting a large A6 detailed background stamp, and that's how it's stamped. So that's the image, just done in Versified onto card. That's not printed. But then you get the A6 snowflake die, which, if you look, cuts you out beautiful, intricate, like Baroque-looking snowflakes, but it cuts 8 snowflakes out from that stamp design. So you can use the waste, use the snowflakes separately. And if you actually look at the die, can you see it kind of lined out like a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
So you can actually cut that separately and build it up to make a Christmas tree. There is a card sample in there where I've actually done that. So I've tried to give you at least 3 or 4 or 5 different uses for the set.
Look.
But the idea is I wanted a beautiful background stamp like that, which is doubled, but whereas those snowflakes come from within the stamp and the die.
Look at that. I absolutely, how classy does that look? Absolutely adore these. And then just using it as a stamp on its own. Using it just as the stamp, then place that stamp, the die over the top. You're going to get this look that cuts all the way in. Using it as a stamp again on its own, a bit of tartan, that is for that collection. Using it as the cutout, they're the cutouts
and
that you're getting there.
Kaleidoed.
That is Kaleido.
That's Kaleidoed because it was designed to go with the Kaleido. So both layers of that card are Kaleidoed. So you can see that beautiful silver shimmer, because of course the difference is when you Kaleido, you can ink over the top and then wipe it off. It's not like embossing powder.
Ooh.
You know, the ink will sometimes colour the embossing powder.
Yeah.
The ink can't colour the foil.
I love it.
But I'll be showing that through the next sort of 5 hours of
So that
demos.
means I could reproduce this card 10 times in 10 different colours?
Yeah.
And it's going to look different every time?
Yeah, every time.
This is why I stayed. £19.99, 181722 is your item number. Now, I like a stag, just a comment, but there is something about stags at Christmas that I am really drawn to. I absolutely adore them. And this is drawn by you, is it not?
These are put together. I mean, I can't stand here and say I hand drew both of those stags. I've compiled it all together, drawn the background, pulled it all together from different images and things like that, because you don't reinvent the wheel. And I'd hate to be one of those people who says, you know, oh, I sat and sketched. No, I pulled it all together. I did the design. But if you notice, the actual snowflake is the same snowflake, but I've just drawn a little bit more on it than's in the other one. Oh. So they tie together. The music at the back is actually festive Christmas music.
Was it real music?
I think it's Jingle Bells. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember because obviously I draw these back in December, January.
I think
because it's that long ago, but all the scratches. So I've done all of that. But the idea is you've got the 2 dies to lay over the top to then cut you out the stags, which make them completely different.
I love
it. Like this, I mean, I'm going to demo this card tomorrow, I think, or at 8 o'clock. But all the foiling on that is with the Kaleido. But all the background, all the splashes, it's been stenciled through the die cut piece.
Amazing.
But again, just how beautiful the stag looks just in the silver.
You really, and it works with the snowflakes as well, obviously, if you're going for the other collection. £19.99. Very, very busy is what we are with all of these. £19.99, 531 760 is your item number for that one. Then we've also got a happy hour on the show from the 2Js. You're getting all 4 of these. Are we getting? Nice. All 4 of these for £9.99, £12 saving just for this hour, and this hour only is what you are looking at on this one. 126706 is your item number. All 4 of these beautiful flowers. Now, I showed you these flowers earlier on the boards for the Kaleido. Look at the detail you are getting in these. They are timeless. These are cards in their own right. Simple stamp in your sepia colours, in your black on white card, mats and layers, bish bosh bosh, you are done. £9.99, but only for this hour. The price will go back up to £21.99 in literally 45 minutes time. 126706 is your item number, but let's go and see the Kaleido in all its beauty, shall we? If you have any questions during the hour as well, drop me a line, studio@thecraftstore.com, and I'll ask John. No question is a silly question. Leave it anonymous and I'll class it as my own. I don't mind. Email me in. Right, and John, what are we up to?
Right, okay, so I think the best thing I can do is to just show you the very simple. I'll go into a lot of the technical stuff later, but what I mean about stamp, any stamp, and foil it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Deerland, because he's my favourite.
I love Deerland.
Although it keeps changing, because I actually found I'd made more samples with the snowflakes. So I must have, you know, at the time I'm thinking, oh, I love that. So I'm going to pop this in the middle. It's an A6 stamp. Now, what I'm using is, there's lots of different techniques. There are 17 videos on YouTube all about the Kaleido.
Okay.
Take you through absolutely everything, inking your ink pad, opening the ink, even down to cleaning your rollers when you invariably get something stuck on them. Because you know, with the medium, if it touches it, it's going to get stuck on there and it's going to cause you problems. So, but I'm going to go through the basics now. So, I'm going to check my ink pad.
Okay.
Blank one. Yeah, it's a little bit dry. So I'm just going to re-ink my ink pad.
And we get this in the kit, don't we? We get the ink and clear ink
This
pads.
is what we've done. When we did the starter kit before, you used to get the machine, a pen, and the foil and the plates.
Okay.
And a lady said she really felt, she felt, you know, always, you know, without the ink and the pad, it could be like a little bit of a chocolate teapot. So I said, right, we'll do a new ODS for the next one, and we'll add the ink and the pad. So if you don't get the foils, you know, or you've already got something like that, then at least you can, you know, you've got a full starter kit. But I know, I mean, I had to order, I've got my box here of all my foils, and as soon as they came back in, I was as run out as everyone. So you'll see me opening rolls because I've had to order myself as soon as they come through. So all I've done is add some ink on top of the pad.
Yep.
Yeah, really simple, just to get it juicy again. And I will show you in the next demo, you know, how we do it more slowly. But all you do, wipe your pad over.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally, it's always tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, tap, tap,
It's a different ink, it's a chemical. So any stamp at all, I'm going to wipe it over, tap, 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 make sure everything's done. Okay. A little bit of a wipe. Yeah. And I'm just going to give it a stamp down. Now, I'm using Dolly Dimple's mixed media card.
Yep.
If I want something to be relatively quick, I need to use something like this. If I use a super smooth card, you have to leave it to dry and settle almost overnight. And I would suggest avoiding some of what we think of as the stamping, you know, like the super smooth cards, only because they are prepared for printing. And they're hot rollered. And what that actually means is that they've been prepped already to take printing and foiling. A lot of the super smooth that you buy is actually super smooth. It's actually like roll ends from the print industry. So you may find that you get a lot of shadowing and you get a little bits of foil that are sticking because it's already been prepped. So I didn't ink that well enough, so I just ink it again like I would do normally, because I'm really nervous for some strange reason.
Why?
I always am with this. I always am. So you see there, I've got my stamped image, yeah?
Just like a normal stamped
Just
image?
like a normal stamped image. Now, what I would normally do at home is I do a series of stamping and I leave that to one side for about an hour to settle. And certainly if I'm using a smooth card, because I'm using the media card, mixed media card, I found that sometimes I can foil it straight away. So this is a case of do what I say, not what I do. So I'm going to add the Kaleido foil. Now the Kaleido foil is a heat activated foil. So it isn't the same as you get for your classic foiling machines. You know, the ones that only work with the hot foil dies or stamps, yeah?
Do we have to use this foil?
You have to use this foil or a foil that works with toner or works with laser.
There you go, Anne.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question, Anne. If not, email me back in studio@thecraftstore.com.
If you use something like one that will work with some of the traditional foiling machines with the, you know, where you've got a hot plate and you put a metal die on it, if you run that through the Kaleido, you will completely foil your card. Because it's a different type of foil, yeah? It won't harm your machine at all, but you will not get a stamped image out. You will get a complete... So if this was that sort of foil, you would get, a complete sheet of silver.
Almost 20% in 20 minutes. That is a percentage a minute is what we're going through. And we had a vast amount of stock of that complete collection. So all your foils, the machine and your inks, your plates, everything you need, 20% now of the stock has already gone. Look at this. Oh my word.
So that is foiled. Yeah.
Does that mean now, and I might be jumping the gun here, so I'm sorry if I am.
Yeah.
Does that mean now I could take my dies that's in this collection, put them on there and run it back through the same machine?
Yeah, because that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, look.
Basically, this is it. If you want to foil, you have to have a die cutting machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a foiling machine.
True.
You have to have a hot foil die or stamp, a special one.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is only used for that. Yeah. So you're basically buying 2 machines. Yeah, and a hot foil stamp and the foil and everything else.
And all the dies that only work
and
with
all
that
the dies
machine.
that only work with that machine.
You can't use any of your own stamps.
Whereas with the Kaleido, all you need is the ink or the pen or the magic medium. Literally, can you believe this? Every time.
You're all of a kerfuffle, Jonathan.
I know, it's not like me at all. I'm sorry, so, stick that one on. I'm going to stick that one on. Okay, so I'm just going to lay these over. But the thing is as well, if you wanted to die cut, you would have to bring in a second machine.
Well, yeah, you'd bring your die cut machine back in, wouldn't you? Like,
yeah,
and then...
but no, the Kaleido, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm not going to unheat it. Because, of course, these plates are designed to take the heat. I'm going to die cut as well through while it's on heat.
Oh
so I don't need 2 machines. So there, I've got the beautiful piece of Deerland.
All
and
foils.
To me, I mean, you saw me stamp this, you saw me foil this. That looks, and if I did, you see there might be a little bit of black?
Yeah.
I actually like that because it's a little bit distressed, but that's because obviously I didn't leave it to settle as well. But what I've actually got now is this looks like those expensive toppers, foiled toppers.
Yeah, it does.
And this is the one thing that I've always felt. I mean, can you see his eyes? You can even see the eye in there, and the face and the muzzle and everything. But the one thing that was missing from our crafting arsenal to me was adding foil flat to our cards. Because the other thing is, with a traditional foiling machine, it gives you a raised surface.
Oh, really?
Because the foil goes over and it's a stamp and it gives you a raised. This is flat foiling. So again, inserts or anything else. But you could also, if you love putting your own inserts in your cards, print them on your laser printer or photocopy them. Put your Kaleido foil on, run it through your Kaleido and it will foil that. So you can foil any laser printing or photocopying that you do.
Oh, my word.
So if you write your own poems to go on the front or inside your cards, you can now foil your own inserts.
Print them off and you can foil them.
Print them off and you can foil them. So you don't need, so before, to do all of that,
This is amazing.
you would need a die cutting machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would need a foiling machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. To do the inserts, you would need then a laminator. A different type of foil again, because the foil that works with the die doesn't work with the laser. You'd need the laminator or one of those foiling machines. Whereas it's all done in one, plus everything else it does. That's why I've spent so long on it and absolutely love it.
Can I just say, even if you are looking just for a die machine, even if you are thinking, you are sitting there now going, this is all well and good, but I just want to cut a few dies, to be honest, Adam. By all means, go and shop around. There are amazing die machines out there. I'm not knocking any of them because it's what we use on a day-to-day basis. But this one will grow with you. Even if you do not use these foils now, take this cable, pop it in a drawer, and then come back to it at a later date. Because you've got your plates, you've got your machine, it will work with most of your dies. Obviously, A4, it's not going to do, but your smaller dies, it will. Take all those stamps that you have bought from all those brands. It now opens up a whole new possibility of where you want to go with your machine. Maybe you've used that stamp over and over again, you don't know what to do with it anymore. Or maybe you're sitting there and you're using your quickie glue pen, and once again, not knocking a quickie glue pen, we've all got them, and you're going around and sticking that bit of foil gold leaf on the top, and it goes everywhere because you have to brush it, and the cat's covered, the dog's covered. Well, no, you don't need to. As I showed you on the board, wrong boards. As I showed you on the board, you can do all these colours, and in an instant, you can do every colour that you see here multiple times by using the ink that you're already getting. If you're thinking, all right, Adam, how about if I run out of ink? We've also got that as well. I've got the ink and a brand new ink pad on the show. If you want them, I've got them. Go and check out the website. It's John said, this is the first time, the first show, everything's been back. I don't know where I'm off to. Everything has been back in stock. Normally, we have little bits here, little bits there. Well, I can tell you now, we have got everything. Check out the website, shop ahead of me on there. You are loving the complete collection. You're also loving the acetate that I've also got on the show. That's where I was off to. That I've also got. Loving this. You are adoring. What's the point of going all through this acetate? If you've got already your Kaleido machine or you're thinking about it, you think, oh, I'd love to make a shaker card. But today you do it. Get your acetate. Get your acetate, because then you can foil on your acetate and then put your shakers behind. You are getting 20 sheets of your acetate, and it does feel slightly different to normal acetate. It's slightly thinner than normal acetate, but you've got the rigidity, you've got the strength that's in there. Even to colour behind, use it as your stained glasses, use it as your shaker cards themselves. How beautiful is that? Imagine taking, I'm sure it was the 2Js that did the stamps, taking the scene building stamps. You know, the ones that are down by the Babbling Brook and the open archway? Take those and foil them for Christmas. Do them in a silver, put a little bit of white pen on there. It's going to look like snow. It is absolutely beautiful. That is your acetate though. Foil onto your acetate. Do all the scenes so it's like you're looking through a window. £9.99, 659886 is your item number for your acetate. Then, your happy hour deals we've also got on the show as well. 50% of the stock has already gone here. 50% of the stock, £9.99. The price will go back up to £21.99. You've got a £12 saving, but for this hour and this hour only, then I'm going to have to put the price back up to £21.99. 126706 is your item number. Happy hour deal, all four of them stands. This is not a pick and mix either. It's not pick your favourite 3 from 4. You're getting all 4 for £9.99. What's that? £2.50 each. £2.50 a stamp. You can't, I don't think we've ever done them at £2.50 a stamp, to be honest. 126706 is your item number. Let's get back, though, to the main bundle, the star of the show, as it were. And I'm not talking about the Kaleido, it's our John. Right, what are we up to next?
About that. On the, you were saying about we've got all of the ink in stock.
Yes.
And we've got all of the ink, all of the foil in stock. We've got plenty of the ink, plenty of the medium, plenty of the pads,
okay, I like
lots
this.
of the foil.
I'm loving where you're
We've
going.
also already reordered the foil.
Oh, fabulous.
So don't worry that the foil should not run out again.
Okay.
So we've made sure this time that we've already got an order in place for it. We haven't got another order for the machines.
So once the machines have gone, they've gone so far.
Not at the moment, yeah, but that would be a longer process to get more in. But what we have got is more of the foils on order already. So don't worry about running out. You know, there's another order coming in before
Don't
that.
scrimp on your foil to wait.
Yeah, it's one of the things that would annoy me or worry me is thinking, they do all these things, but I'm going to run out. They're going to run out again. We had so many supply problems originally, but now they are all sorted. We've got loads in stock, but there's actually more on its way as well.
So you can, so we can now enjoy our foils.
You can enjoy it without worrying, yeah. So acetate.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So.
Okay.
I'm going to show you on the acetate, and I'm going to do, you know, again, one of the most, I'm going to do the dealing because I like it, but it's a complex stamp. So the only other way to get a foiled or a finished look on acetate, to be honest, is to use heat embossing.
Okay.
Okay. Which we know you can do on this acetate, it's not a problem, but it is a little bit more hit and miss, and you've got to have the heat gun, you've got to anti-static bag it.
You can't go too close because you'll burn the acetate and things
all
like
of this. None of this is applicable. So basically, I don't do anything. Normally I'd say, your anti-static. Don't worry about finger marks or anything. This is a chemical reaction. Oh. So again, I'm going to prime my stamp. I'm going to ink my stamp as I would do normally, and then I'm just going to stamp it as normal. So we just go over like that.
As you're inking, we had a question coming from our Tracy.
Yeah. Hello,
Evening, Tracy. You're all right. She said, if you've got the stamp, could you ink a stamp with Versify or Memento, etc., etc., and then could you go back in with the areas of your magic pad, if you so wish, to highlight those bits?
Yep. In fact, I'm going to do that as another demo in a minute.
Trace,
Or
keep
something
watching,
similar
love.
to what you can do. Basically, there is a chemical reaction between the Kaleido ink, which is an ink we developed. It isn't off the shelf. We didn't buy it anywhere.
Okay.
We actually had this developed. I worked really hard with our manufacturers to make this. And it's a chemical reaction between the heat temperature that this is at, the foil, and this.
So it's not going to react with Memento, so we can go over the top.
It won't react with Memento or anything, but I will show you that. So basically, there is. Let me bring in a piece of white card. So there is my stamped image. Yep, on the acetate.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. And I love the fact it pulls slightly a little bit. Yeah. Now, what I need to do is, that must dry.
Okay.
Yeah. So that must dry. So that must be left for an hour or so. Or what I do is stamp a load and leave them overnight. And I've found, so far, the longest I have left a piece and foiled it is 7 months. Because it's a chemical reaction. It's nothing to do with the heat or anything. It's to do with the chemical reaction of that heat, heating that with the foil and it reacting.
So even if it dries, it's as you say, it's the reaction that it causes when the heat touches it.
So this is what happens. This is if you don't let it dry.
Oh, okay, it goes a bit of tea.
Yeah. This is if you stamp it badly. It double looks.
Oh, yeah.
I still think that is really pretty. I still think that is beautiful. But all I do is take one, again, that I've got. Should I change colour? Because I keep using silver. Grab my little deflecto box out. I trekked myself, as we say, to a deflecto to saw my foils in. So all you do, again, is just make sure that somewhere the foil is folded over.
So it doesn't...
Yeah, the videos show you the proper way that the manufacturer sort of came up with for it. I don't do that, which is to put the metal stripe on. I just make sure it's folded over, yeah? Bring my machine in, literally just wind it through. Nothing else.
So you haven't got to worry about sandwich configuration, just all the plates?
It's all the plates, yeah. A 5, a 3 and the base. You actually get 2 3s, so you can keep one clean for foiling if you want to. Nice. But then look. So I'm going to really quickly, just so you can see it, I'm not even going to tape this one up. Let's frame it up and put it on a piece of paper. There we go. Can you see?
Oh, bajingo. Look at that. I love that. And once again, you could do that in 10 different colours. Yeah. So that's 10 different cards.
10 different colours, 10 different stamps, 10 different, you know, it doesn't matter whose the stamp is. I've got one here.
You can mix colours. That
I did. You can. I can show you that as well. What I'm going to try and do in the 8 o'clock show is show you lots of different sort of techniques with it. But here's one. Here's an old 2J stamp from last Christmas. There you go.
That works.
But look at the detail. It picks up every little bit because that's by using the stamp.
I love it.
So we had the question, was it from your Tracy?
From our Trace.
You said our Trace, right. So, where did I put, honestly, here we go.
So if you've just joined us, first of all, welcome. Tracy asked, can she use a Memento or a Versifying Clair, first of all, to stamp out the image? And then maybe she just wants to emphasise, let's go for the Dias stamp, for example. Just emphasise the 2 Dias, but everything else is in Memento or Versify. She just wants those 2 Dias foiled. Would we be able to do that? And that's what we're about to work out now.
What you'd have to do is, you'd have to be very, very careful in that, to try and just ink those. But what you can do, as you say, is you can go over an existing ink. So I'm going to swap stamps and go with the snowflake stamp. And I've got here a little square of card, so there we go, that'll do. Let's just pick that up. Okay, so just a square of, this time I'm using a smooth card. I'm actually using, I think it's Jelly Bean, I think it's their smooth card.
Okay.
350 GSM. because I know that that works. So I'm only sort of saying the ones that I've personally tried and used. Well done, John. Let's go into the other one because that one's sealed still. Idiot. So I'm just going to... So I'm using pigment ink, yeah? Standard pigment ink. This is Craft Artist. So we know that this is one of the stickiest inks out there. So if this doesn't do it, then certainly we're not going to find that, you know, Memento or Stays On or Versafine are not going to do it. So well done, John. You missed a bit. Oh well. Give that a little bit of a press. So I've stamped a little bit of an image on.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's go and what I'll do is let's make this a little bit collagey. Let's see, I need to cover that last bit, don't I? Because it's going to annoy me if I don't. You know what I'm like. Let's just cover that last bit there. So that is fresh ink, and we know that that is going to be quite sort of messy and smooth, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What I can do is I want to highlight little bits of this. So I'm going to take the ink pad and I'm going to run it around the edge.
Okay.
Okay. And trust me, this will look... Now, this looks messy at the moment.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
You know, I thought you were going off on one. I was like, well, is he having a moment?
Yeah, John's obviously... Well, I have
This
a
is not
few
like
of
John's.
them. No. But what I've also done here is I've cut one of the deer heads.
Oh, okay.
So I've stamped this in normal sort of ink, and I've just cut it already out. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to this time take the ink pad again and just do the ends. 'Cause sometimes what looks so beautiful is just touched.
Like it's been foil kissed.
Yeah. So, but you would think again, if I'm using like the ink, you know, your standard inks, you would think straight away, well, you know, you're going to find
Yeah, it's not going to work.
that it's not that it's going to pick up all of it. No, it's only going to pick up where it is. So, take a piece of silver or whatever colour you want. I've got a bit of an addiction for silver. When I'm doing a couple of pieces, what I do is I wrap it under the 3mm plate.
Oh, okay, to hold it down.
To hold it down, let's move that up a little bit and get that under there. Same thing again. Bring your machine in.
So you've not turned the machine off while
No.
we've been chatting, just left it running.
Left it running, and if you leave it on overnight, it will turn itself off.
That's good.
The light will stay on, and it will stay. The light will go off, and it will stay switched on. It will actually, the heat will stop. If it's not used for about half an hour,
That's good.
it will cool itself down.
Fail safe.
Yeah, John safe, I
John
think,
safe,
is why he
well.
went for it. But you see there, then, look.
Oh yeah, you've got that sort of like that closed captions, like it's closing in, like a little porthole. I like
You
that.
can see nothing else. Oh, that's fresh ink, and the stag's head again. We'll see there.
Oh, just on the edges. That is like them expensive tags you can buy.
Yeah, but
you get at
just literally kissed with that little bit of silver or gold or whichever one of the 10 colours you want to use.
I love that. Look at that. Oh my! And remember, you're getting all this in the kit. Obviously,
So
not
that's
dies and
actually, I'll
stamps.
show you there. That's the card I made using that technique.
I like that.
Because
How else? You wouldn't be able to do that kit. You wouldn't be able to do that any other way.
There is
really.
no other way to do that. There is
No other
genuinely
way.
no other way to do that that I know of at all in the
And
world.
you can do it in 10 colourways as well. Right then, let's give you the details for this kit then, shall we? Now, if you just want the one-day special, it's everything you're getting on top. So you're getting your machine, you're getting your special ink that's in there, you're getting some foil in there as well. You're getting your pen, you're getting your ink pad, and John will go through all these, how to ink up the pads and things like that as the hours progress. You're also going to get your plates as well, which obviously are crucial to go with the machine. If you are just looking for a machine to die cut, I would say go for this today. You will not be disappointed because, as John said, the foils are on reorder already, so you can get them at a later date when you're ready to carry on your journey with the Kaleido. Today, though, I would jump on this journey and just go for this as a die machine. £39.99 across 3 flexible payments. Now, if you just want the foils, you're thinking, oh, well and good, and I've got the machine last time it was on. I was one of the lucky ones because it sells out time and time again. I was one of the lucky ones, but I've been holding back on my foils. And you have got 10 colours that's in there, 3 meters on each of the colorways as well. You've got that beautiful holographic gold. You've got that beautiful holographic silver that's in there. You've got the white that's in there, the mother of pearl. Oh, mother of pearl. Bright pink. You've got bright silver. You've got bright gold. You've got red. You've got rose copper that's in there. You've got dark sapphire that's in there as well. You've got the emerald green in there. £29.90, 3 meters on each. Now, top up. You can top up on these, go for more than, if it was me personally, I would be going for 2 of these, 2 sets of these, of your foils, because that's going to take you over that £60 mark. So go for 2 sets, and then you might want to add a set of ink in there as well. So maybe you just want to go for the ink and the ink pad. So this is the ink that's been specially made for your Kaleido. You're going to get that clean ink pad in there as well. So you know what is what, so you know how it works. £19.99, 916528 is your item number.
One thing I just want to mention, or just to sort of say to people,
yes, go on.
The ink and the pad, or the ink, will only work with the Kaleido.
Oh, okay.
We have had it tested in lots of different foil machines and laminators, and it doesn't work. It was developed for this, so I would hate anybody to buy the ink thinking that it'll work on a different machine. You know, I would hate anyone to waste their money that way, and it's not trying to push them to that.
No, it's true.
It's trying to stop people from then, because I answered a question earlier, and a lady said, a friend of mine, Janet's put some beautiful cards out foiled, and she went, can I get this to work? Will it work in the laminator?
No.
No, it won't, and we have now fully tested it.
So it only works if you have got a machine.
Only works with the Kaleido.
Go with the. It's common sense in it. If you know it works, if it's built for a reason, it was built for a purpose, if that makes sense. So it works with your Kaleido and your Kaleido only. But most of you are now going, because you've missed out before, for the large collection. You get the machine, the plates, your oils, your foils, your lotions and your potions. You get your manuals as well. You get all your cables in there. £142.38 is a delivered price to your door if you're a Freedom member. But how about if I split that onto 3 interest-free flexible payments of £27.46 today, a saving of £17.49 if you're not a Freedom member. By jingo, you can afford to be one now, because you've got £17.49 in back pocket already as a saving. So that £47.46 is a price today, is a delivered price to your door. After that first flexible payment has gone through, we will send everything to you. Then once in a month's time and one in 3 months' time, and the machine is yours. But by then, you would have made your cards. You would have sold your cards. You will be recouping that money straight away. Christmas cards. Imagine Christmas cards with this one. How many now that you can make time and time again? Right then, let's see more demos.
Right. So I said we wouldn't waste the waste.
Yes, the foils.
Yeah? The foil that's left. So that is the piece of foil left from earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So in actual fact, I probably pulled a little bit more off that than I would like, but doesn't matter. So this is the magic medium.
Okay.
So this was designed to work through stencils, and I'll be showing you through stencils, designed to work, but also like this. This is literally a car scraper.
Oh.
But any sort of, you know, flat tool will work. And I'm just covering a piece of standard sort of smooth card. Again, I think this is the jelly bean one, with the medium. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what I do is I put that to stop being tacky. A little bit tacky, probably 2-3 minutes, if that. So I'm going to bring in a piece I've already got, and I'm just going to cut a piece to size so I don't waste it too much, and also I let this get onto something, so it's got a couple of pieces where it's missing. So this is my waste, yeah? Okay. I just literally put that down and put it on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Making sure I leave one bit sort of still flapping. Run that through my Kaleido. This will actually transfer the foil onto that card. So every bit of foil off. But that now is not sticky or tacky or anything. But I can reactivate that. It's a chemical reaction. So if I take a piece of blue foil, yeah, and put it over.
Oh.
So that isn't, I just want to sort of think that, look, it isn't sticky,
No.
but the heat,
The heater in the rollers.
along with the magic medium, will heat it up so that any area that didn't have silver now has blue.
Oh, here we go.
of
Here
course,
we go.
I can then take that piece of blue
You can do it again.
and do it again and keep going. So that is what you end up with.
So do not waste. So there is still some on there that we could still use if we want. We could use the edges if we wanted to. And
You
really
can
go
still
to
use the edges. What I do is this, and I've been doing this since the beginning. This is every scrap piece and every piece I've used.
Oh.
And I keep them in here thinking, right, okay, so I can use them again. So I might go in there and go, oh, now there's an indigo blue stamp that I did. So I'm just going to, so again, cut another little piece, because obviously I'd taken a little bit more care on this, but again, put it down. So this is the waste from an indigo blue stamp. Bring my machine in, run it straight through, and this is the piece of card that I just magic mediumed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fresh piece. There we go.
Oh, look at that now.
But what colour would you like the reverse of that to be, Adam?
Let's go pink.
Pink. So
Make
not
boy
sticky.
Yeah, so that's not sticky.
No, you could finish there and no one would ever know you've done anything. Then we'll just put over a piece of the pink.
Well, then you could just keep going.
Bring
As
the
long as you
machine
get a
in.
decent first one, you could just keep going with this.
Yeah. It's about that. I mean, I didn't get a decent first one of these stags, so, but I still love that. That as a background, what I would do is I'd make them in silver and
I like
cut them out and put them on top.
Or stop matting them
Literally,
later so you've got
yeah.
that blue shadow underneath.
I've got some pieces somewhere. I can't remember. I can find it, but there you go.
Ah.
But there is no other way that I know to get two different colours in a pattern of foil on like that, two opposing colours.
And then the
No
colour
other
that you've got
product.
left over in the rose gold that you've just unfoiled, you
Yeah.
could then go again and do the reverse of that, so it would be the large. Oh, I love this concept. It is really waste not, want not.
So this is the piece of gold, rose gold waste.
I'm loving this. Look at that. Look.
And I could take another colour or just leave that as it stands and keep them going. Literally keep them going.
So you could go on and on and on from that one. So once you have done one, in theory, the possibilities are endless. You just keep going over with the same colours all over again.
Yeah.
If you like that concept, imagine doing it with your dies and stencils that we've got here, everything you need, your stamps that we are looking at. You are getting the large stamp. Shall I pop it in? I'll pop it in. You're getting the large stamp, which looks like this once it is stamped out. Then you get the die, which corresponds over the stamp, which gives you the cutouts of the snowflakes here. Or, in theory, the die is give you these. That is what you're after. But your waste looks like this. And why would you waste that? Then go in with your foiling machine and you could do the same technique over and over again. Once again, using the waste that you've got there. How beautiful is that for a card? Using the stamp on its own, using it as the waste that you've got, using it as a stamp, using the cutout elements as snowflakes, using just a few of the snowflakes. It sort of looks like quite coggy there. I like that little look that we've got going on. Using them as Christmas trees. Busy bumblebees is what we are. We are very busy on this. Remember, this is the launch, the soft launch of the sneaky preview of John's Christmas Dispatch from the 29th. Only a few days to wait, not that long at all. If you're liking that, it will work well with this next one as well. These are our stags. I love this. There's something about a stag that I absolutely... You're getting one stamp and two dies in here. It looks like this. That's what they look like once they've stamped and die cut out. You've got your stamps and dies at the top. And there's your die cuts, and there is your stamp. Ready-made cards, good to go. I can see those on Christmas cards this year. So imagine stamping twice and then foiling them, then sticking them back on. So you've got that little bit of foil that you've got coming through there as well. I think that'd be the best way to do it for that email. Love it. I absolutely love them. £19.99, 531760 is your item number. Happy hour. You've only got a few left on the happy hour, and you've only got less than 10 minutes to get them before the price goes back up to over £21. £21.99 is what you're looking at. You today can get them for £9.99. Look at the detail on these. 126706 is your item number for these. £9, as I said, and 99 pence. £12 saving. Do not miss them. They are absolutely stunning, and flowers never date. They never date. And imagine doing these on the Kaleido. I can show you. Shall I show you? Let me show you quickly, and then we'll go back to demo. Here they are. Look at them. Look at them. How beautiful. The detail on these, on black, on white, and also on your tags as well. I absolutely adore them. £9.99. 126706 is your item number. Right then, Jonathan, what are we up to?
Right, so I want to show you, that's what I did with the finished piece.
Oh, that's nice.
So I added the die cut stag and deer from the first demo onto that background. I love that. Again, there's no other way to do that. Genuinely, I love the distressed look of it. So I thought now I ought to do something with snowflakes, and again, show you on the Kaleido.
Okay.
So, you know, I want this to nicely foil, although I've already stamped it. So I'm using, once again, this is the Dolly Dimples Mixed Media card, which what I found is the easiest and the quickest. So it doesn't matter, don't need to clean the stamp, don't need to worry about any residue of anything else. No. If you do want to clean it, clean the Kaleido ink off, use either something like an antibacterial cleaner, or use something like Kay's Easy Peasy Stamp Cleaner.
Oh, okay.
But make sure you follow the instructions.
On it.
I don't clean stamps. I don't clean stamps when they've had Kaleido ink on them. Oh. So this is a very detailed stamp. So
does the ink dry quickly in the ink pad? Do I need to keep the lid on?
Yes. Now the ink pad is airtight.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. But by osmosis, the ink evaporates anyway. So I will be showing you at 8 o'clock what to do with a ink pad that has dried, which is one that I'd already got set up.
Okay, nice.
That I did last time we had it on air. So we'll just, actually I'll do that one. Never hurts.
Look at that.
See there? So I've got all of that detail. I just love the vintage look of that. The little lines in there. I didn't think the company, we have them made in the UK, these ones. So we actually have the die is made abroad, but the stamp is made in the UK, and they're put together in the envelope in crafts too. Because I wanted to get these little lines, I had to go for really high manufacture to get it done. But what you're going to do is, I've got one here I've already stamped, just to speed it up.
You have to let it dry for a little while.
I would let it dry for a little while. So we'll go with the blue, because I've got the blue out. So again, just put the foil on. So fold it over, bring in your plates, put it on top, simple as that. Yeah.
I like how easy it is.
It's seriously so easy. It's crazy, and the fact you can use any stamp, any stencil from any company, I love that. So right, can you see there? It's not really picked it up fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I do is, before I pull it off, I add a shim. Obviously wanted a little bit more pressure.
Oh, okay.
So, you'd almost think I'd prepped that, wouldn't you?
It was good. You would have got away with it as well.
No.
I thought it looked nice like that as well. I thought
So
it like
I'm just going to go back through. So I've added, let's just put the plates in line. So I've added a little bit of a paper shim, just so I increase the pressure slightly. And then I get the fully foiled look.
Oh, look at this now.
And of course, it's always so difficult on TV, but the big difference as well is now I'm going to take the die and pop that over.
And use the same
so now I've got foiled die cut snowflakes. And all you do is look through until you see those designs. Hexagons.
You can't go wrong, can
No,
you?
it's virtually impossible. Ignore the outside line. I've not bothered putting any little notches on it or anything because that would ruin the design of using it as a stamp. And all we do, without turning it off...
This is the same machine that you've just foiled with,
Yes.
we're now die cutting with, and it's not messing up the rollers.
Nope.
It's not messing up the heat.
Nope, it's not even heating. The plates feel, a little bit warm, that's it.
Ooh.
Because the plates go through while it's warm anyway.
True. It was built with that in mind.
But then I've got to just pull one out to show you, but you can see there.
How else would you get that? How else, apart from buying them, how else would you get those?
You wouldn't. You couldn't do it. So 1, 2, 3,
You'd have to go out and buy them, and then they just come with a little foam pad on the back.
5, 6, yeah, 7, 8. 8 snowflakes, and
You've still got the backing,
you've still got the backing, which is still nice and attractive.
which you could
So,
turn into a shape.
Yeah, I mean, I would literally put that over a plain black stamped one,
That looks nice.
frame it, and put a couple of your snowflakes on. I'll do this on the overhang, so I know we're running out of time, but just like that.
Look at that. All on one machine. That's what I need to stress to you. It's all on the one machine. We haven't got a foil machine, and then John bends down and thinks, oh, I'll pick up the same colourway, we'll trick them that way. It's not. It's the same machine. We've not unplugged anything. We've not turned anything off. We literally go through. That big bundle is flying out the door. You get the machine, you get the heat, you're also going to get the foils, you're going to get the ink that is made for this machine, and this machine only £142.38 is what you're looking at on this, or 3 flexible payments as well. 545390 is your item number. Johnny's back at 8 o'clock this evening.
I am, yes.
With more hints and tips,
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
so email in with any questions you've got and we'll try and answer them in that as well.
It's always a pleasure, John. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. See, I got to do it. I can let Alex out the cupboard now. I absolutely love this machine, and I know you will as well. It's worth start checking out your baskets now because I don't want you to miss out because I have a funny feeling it may go. See you tomorrow.